Billin.
All right, Flock Wall Street, your boy Angry Murph is here. Real quick post-game tape because oh my God, man, I'm royally pissed off watching this performance by the Baltimore Ravens. Listless is the first word that comes to mind for me. Right out the gate, they just didn't seem like the normal Baltimore Ravens. Like, where was the attitude at? To play like a Ravens attitude, right? Savages. None of that was really there. I think at the beginning, a nice hit by Patrick Queen. But other than that, man, I didn't see the normal ferocious, the ferocity that the normal Ravens would play with, man, and it was crazy. Now, my man Marlon Humphrey here. Now, anybody who's followed this channel knows that it was pretty much a great portion of it was built off the back of covering 2019 LSU, and I just so happened to hit gold with that coverage because I said probably 8-9 months prior that LSU was going to do what it did when nobody really knew about LSU like that, and I knew that this guy, Jamar Chase, was going to kill it, and I knew that Jugular Joe Burrow, right, I have a long history covering this team right here, and it feels just like LSU 2019 the way they have it set up. They did a great job of mimicking what they do. Quick passes to guys who can absolutely make something from nothing. The make it from scratch type guys, a Jamar Chase, killing that. That's what I want to see from Action Jackson, my man Dr. Jack, and then more quick game stuff. You can't live by big plays all the time. Eventually that's going to get you, and that's what happened here. But Marlon Hump, he was Jamar Chase's prison bunkie. Look at that. That's just too easy, man. Marlon Humphrey had a terrific day. Now listen, one of the things that annoyed me in the preseason coverage here was Rashad Bateman was giving Marlon Humphrey the business. And so many Raven fans came up and was sticking up for Marlon Humphrey like Rashad Bateman isn't also on the team and were making excuses talking about, well, Marlon Humphrey, usually he plays good with pass man coverage. I'm like, that's cool, but transitions are transitions whether you're an off man or press man. His transitions are horrible. Not all the time, but some of the times, especially with guys who play like this. And Rashad Bateman plays just like Jamar Chase, right? You got these type of guys who are physical and strong through the core. You see him open up, right? He's not even given hands-on man anyway. This is a free release. So why are you that close with a free release? You know why? Because you're going to try to be reactionary. Look at this. Somebody gives you an outside jab, breaks it back on the inside. Why are you reaching out like this? That's a defensive hold, if anything. You can't play defense like that. You play defense with your feet, not with your hands. I don't know how many times I got to keep saying this shit. You don't play with your hands. When you do this and he's strong and can break out of this right here, look at the leverage game. Look at the spacing and social distancing being practiced by Jamar Chase. Come on, man. That's horrible football. Look at this. Look at the separation there, man. Separation anxiety ensued. Marlon Humphrey needs a damn binky or whatever you call them shits right there. And then after the catch, man, you got to give better effort than this. Look, who's this? That Deshaun Elliott right there. He trips up Marlon Humphrey, makes him jackhammer himself on the ground here. My boy Chuck Clark coming up here. Ain't really much he can do right there because Marlon Humphrey kind of in the way there. Just a great overall feel for the game by Jamar Chase and was absolutely destroying Marlon Hump. And I have to come back and do the one-on-one thing with Marlon Hump and Jamar Chase in a later date here. So hopefully my Ravens, my Flock Wall Street fans don't get mad over that. But, hey, that's what the channel was built on. This was Prison Lovin, straight up. Now, this is just one game. This is the second loss of the season where a lot of people were panicking anyway for the fact that the Ravens have about 116 people on IR and all of them name brand players, but they've been able to combat that and they've been able to give people the business at least towards the end of the game and come up with some very good wins. That Chargers win is still the absolute truth. However, the Ravens look like the Chargers against the Bengals here, and looks like they got what they gave out, if you get what I'm saying here. They were making some goofy personnel gaffes. Now, I know Makari went down, and which sucks as well because you get Tyree Phillips back in there. And don't nobody want Tyree Phillips at no right tackle, man. I'm sorry there. So offensive line looking really bad as far as the personnel in there. So you got to be able to give guys help. Now, who thought to get as good as Project Pat is, Pat Ricard here, singled up on a guy like Trey Hendrickson? You know how good Trey Hendrickson is? Trey Hendrickson could give the business to just about anybody, right? I'm talking about top flight left tackle. You're going to have him soloed up here Ricard had nothing to offer him. Look at this. Oh, it's like he wasn't even there. That was a combination of arc running and just straight up power. And I know Ricard's 300 pounds, played defensive lineman and everything like that. Lead blocker on the run game, yes. But as a pass blocker, look at him. What is this? He's already reaching in and above his skis and committing the shit that's not even there. He put his head down. That's just too easy. That's like escorting a man. It's like, sir, would you like to get to Lamar Jackson? Lamar under fire all game long. Have an evacuation plan, man, and it's not there. Of course, we know him. He's going through his progressions. He's looking to pass the ball downfield. Right, Cletus? Hey, Cletus know that now. But, man, nowhere to go. Real quick pressure on this man all game long, man. Listless. Absolutely listless. They're in their heavy personnel package. So, essentially, this is actually 13 personnel. You're going to have one receiver right here. I believe it's Auden Tate, right, going into motion and working to the flats here. You'll have CJ Uzoma, my man right here, Marlon Hump, one-on-one with CJ Uzoma, who's technically the outside receiver in this set. So it's one-on-one. He's going to be running an over route. There is a complete gaffe here. I'm not sure what Deshaun Elliott, if this is going to turn into zero coverage, if Deshaun Elliott converts to man coverage here, because it looks like there is another crosser here, right, that Deshaun Elliott drives on here. So this makes this zero coverage. Marlon Hump can't get beat by CJ Uzoma like this. Like, come on. This is crazy to me. Now, listen, the Bengals are a very good team, very good personnel. I try to avoid the Bengals because of my history with Jamar Chase and Jugular Joe Burrow. So I don't even really like to talk about them. I get tons and tons of requests to cover the Bengals, but you know I can't be covering the damn Bengals, baby. It's all about the Ravens over here. So I understand the personnel on this particular team. It's great personnel. Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins is a damn animal, right? And then, of course, you add Jamar Chase, and you got perhaps my favorite running back of the past 5 or 10 years, Joe Mixon, on the team, and he's back teamed up with Samaje Perine. They're doing a little bit better on the offensive line, but they're helping themselves out with quick passes. Got to get quick passes out of Action Jackson, man, to help him out with this offensive line. Can't continue to go deep, but this kind of stuff right here, man, is Johnny on the spot type shit. Play action fake right here. Everybody shooting up. You see Marlon Hump one-on-one right here. Chuck Clark, he was dropped in, so of course they were playing the run. You got Bowser on the chase. Everybody working with the run game right here. So Deshaun Elliott, I guess he has to convert this to man coverage. You'll see him drive on that particular route right there. That leaves nobody back posted up. And, of course, it's infinite space for Burrow to really throw Uzoma open. But look at the transition here. Now, did he push off? Perhaps. Perhaps he pushed off there. I'm going to dare say that he pushed off there. But you got to be able to transition better. Marlon Hump was terrible in transition. Once again, 6 feet of separation there, social anxiety. Your social distancing and your social anxiety, but your separation and anxiety has ensued there. Too easy. And then, of course, after the catch, can't corral him, and he gets pretty much beat to the touchdown. Uzoma can run, though, right? So, I don't know, man. I'm super frustrated with this game, man. I know all you guys out there as well, man. Let me know how you feel. Before I go, I want to highlight a couple of defensive performance standouts to me from the Ravens, obviously, and that would be one, Justin Houston. At least in the first half or something, man, he was everywhere. Now, I know it didn't translate into the box score for people, but if you actually watch the game, man, he was getting people off the mark. Look at this. Oh, Jonah Williams going for the okie doke. You talk about converting speed into power. What about converting power into finesse? Look at that. Gets under his chest right there, stretches Jonah Williams out. Jonah Williams looking a little weird there. He never looked like that at Alabama. He looking a little thick there. Pause. But stretched his little ass out and got him off the mark right there, and then finessed him to the inside. So converting power to finesse. But Joe Burrow is Jugular Joe. He's a wizard with the ball. He has eyes in the back of his head. I've seen him do this 50 million times covering that LSU team, and he's able to get something going right there, at least getting out of the pocket there. But he affected this and made that man throw high. If it wasn't Joe Burrow, if it was any other quarterback, Houston might have had himself 3 sacks in the first half, straight up. So kudos to Justin Houston for his performance. He definitely was not listless. And then the other would be Anthony Averett. Averett out here was battling. It wasn't perfect, people are going to complete passes. This is a damn good quarterback throwing to some damn good offensive weapons. To me, like multiple number one receivers on one team. But Averett was battling, man. You see the pressure straight up from Chris Board. Of course, what does Joe Burrow do? He makes people miss, right? And stays in the pocket and shoots it. But Anthony Avery, can't see it for him, man, but he's all over. I think it's T. Higgins getting up right there, decreasing the space on T. Higgins right there. Can't do anything about it. Anthony Avery was battling his ass off. He actually, to me, looked like the number one receiver. But then again, it's probably easier to look like he looked like the number one cornerback going against number one receiver. But Marlon Hunt going against Jamar Chase and shadowing him, that's degree of difficulty 12 out of 10 because Jamar Chase is that dude and you got to get him every single snap. That's a tough assignment, but you would thought that he would have fared better. That's his first time seeing Jamar Chase, so I wonder how the round 2 is going to go. I cannot wait to see that. A guy like Marlon Hunt can definitely adjust, and it's just one game, like I said before. But remember, this is just a quick post game. I just want to get my thoughts out there while just going through a couple of plays there. I'll come back with the actual breakdown a little bit later, man. And I got to do that one-on-one with Marlon Hunt and your man Jamar Chase. That shit was crucial. But let me know where they aired at on this one, man, out there. Some of you guys out there in Flock Wall Street, let me know some of the things that they could have done better if this is just one of those ones. Like, I've been on games, I've been in teams like this before, man. You just flush this one out. You're like, you know what? We all didn't show up collectively. We'll get them next time. We got to come with more of a savage attitude and can't take a team like the Cincinnati Bengals lightly, man, because they are coming. There's no doubt about that, man. I used to love those Ravens-Bengals games from back in the day when there was another number 9 there, Carson Palmer, when he was balling, man. Those games were off the chain. We're going to see this for years to come. I cannot wait to see round 2 of this game. All right, but it's your boy Murph, Flock Wall Street. Holla at your boy, man. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.